Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Oyi and I am going to be showing you guys, I'm going to be explaining to you guys tips on how to pass your exam successfully. Now, not just passing exam, like I know what you guys mean by when you just say pass and you just pass. No, not pass. You pass your exam successfully. It can be really challenging when it comes to studying, like you just sit down for hours on end and you're trying to digest what you are reading. Now, I know it can be very, very hard, but I won't tell you that once upon a time I just woke up one day and I just felt it and like entered into the exam hall and answers were just entering. Those stories are outdated. Like, I don't know the kind of stories that your teachers used to tell you that once upon a time this old student that used to be here, he didn't know anything, and then when he went to write his work, bam, just God. Okay, no, I will not tell you that. I'm going to be giving you effective, real advice, real tips on how to pass your exams successfully. So let's go. My first advice, my first tip would definitely be for you to take notes. Like, that is the part, that's the my favorite, because I did it for every exam, for every test, for every classwork. I actually took notes. Now, here are just like a few. I couldn't find every other one. I couldn't find, as you can see, this is my handwriting. So I took notes. Now, when I say take notes, I don't mean that you should just copy word for word what is written in your note. No, what I mean by taking notes is to write the key points, the cogent points, those things that will help you, that will remind you of the whole definition or the whole topic once you're writing the exam. So make sure you take notes. Okay, if you guys can see this, if you can't see this, what I wrote there is contributions of the NPN. Now, NPN was a party created earlier on in Nigeria. So the first one I wrote was National Party. Number 2 was won the 1979 and 1983 presidential elections, and so on and so forth. Now, I didn't write the entire sentence. What I wrote was the topic of the sentence. Most people call it topic sentence, but I wrote the topic of the sentence, the key point, what the entire sentence is trying to communicate to the reader. So I just wrote down the key points so that when you are reading over it again, you would get the message. So take notes. Again, take notes. Now, number 2, my tip number 2. This one is very, very funny because I'm pretty sure like 83% of us have heard this particular thing in school over and over and over again. It is know when your brain is most active. Not everybody can stay in the middle of the night and be saying that they are burning the midnight candle. Not everyone. It's not everyone that can read in the middle of the night and say that they are reading or they are digesting what they are reading. It's not everyone. Just know when what suits you. Know what time during the day your brain is most active. Know what time during the day you'll be able to read and understand. So don't follow everyone and say you are reading at 12 a.m. in the morning. It's not by force. Okay, I personally, I can read anytime from around 8 o'clock in the morning up till like 9 p.m. But after that, I can't read. By the time you ask me the following day, I won't be able to tell you. I won't be able to explain it to you in my words. And that's the only way you can truly understand. You have to know your most active times. Know the time when you'll be able to read and digest. For some people, it's at that midnight. It's at 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. For some people in the afternoon around 3. For some people 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Whatever suits you, just make sure you know when you can read and digest what you're reading, so you won't just waste your time. Now, number 3, this is one of my personal favorites. Write out the scheme of work. That's what they call it in secondary school. I don't know what others call it, but I would advise you to write out the scheme of work, a list of all the topics within a particular subject. Within each subject, write out the scheme of work so you know what you are expected to read and what you are supposed to, the top topics as well. Just write down everything. List it and look at it properly so you know what you are reading and what you're supposed to cover for the exam. Tip number 4, employ different textbooks. Don't limit yourself to the notebooks they give you in lectures or the notebooks they give you in your classroom. I will tell you this over and over again. The notes they give you in class, they are a summary. They are just a summary, a snippet, a quarter of what is in the textbook. It's just a summary so that you don't have to write lengthy notes in class. So it's best for you to source for different textbooks, not just one textbook, different textbooks that you can use so that you have a broad knowledge of that particular topic. So you don't end up just writing down what the teacher has given you in the exam. There are some teachers that don't like word for word. So it's best for you to source for different textbooks and put them to good use. My next tip is for you to listen to music. Make sure that while you're studying, try and listen to music. Not music that has too many lyrics inside, that while you're reading, you find yourself lip singing the song. Please don't do that. Fine, I sometimes do it, but don't look for music that has too many lyrics in it. Just look for music that has like a soothing vibe, so that you end up reading and concentrating on what you're reading, not that you just read and you're completely distracted. No, read and find music that's soothing, creates a soothing environment for you. My next tip is work without play makes Jack a dull boy. Let's just say it like that. So don't hesitate to take breaks. Please take breaks. Don't read, and you touch your head, you can put a pan on it and to cook whatever is inside. Please, oh please. Fine, you are studying for exam, but just learn to take breaks. What I do when I want to take breaks is that I just nap. Like I take a long nap, like 30, 40, 1 hour. I take a nap. Just try and take a break. For you could eat or watch TV or just lie down, but just make sure you take a break. Take a break from reading. You have to make sure to create a balance. So try to take breaks. Then my last tip, that on the day of the exam or the test or the quiz, whatever it is, don't browse through the textbooks. Don't browse through textbooks. Don't do that, because you just be confusing yourself. At that point, you are really on the edge of your seat. Don't be reading textbooks. Don't do that. Go through your own personal notes, the notes you took while you were studying, those jots, just jotting down those points that you had earlier on written down. Go through that. That will help to remind you of what you've read, so you remember the entire definition of the entire topic properly. Don't read textbooks. Don't do that on the day of the exam. Don't read textbooks. So guys, we have come to the end of the video. I'm sad as well, but if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new videos. And please try them out and see how they work for you. Bye.